This time we launch Rosie down in Plymouth. We go exploring sandy bottoms, rocks, wrecks and pinnacles. We find some awesome fish, some spectacular lobsters, finish the day with a delicious cook-up on the beach. Stay tuned for the action. We begin by exploring an area of broken rock and sand, and I stumble across this rock with a big cave, and inside the cave I can just make out a big pair of claws. I decide to wedge my gun under this slab of rock so that I can mark this lobster cave with my float, otherwise there'd be little chance of finding it again in the poor visibility and fast current.
Lobster hook, please. Big lobster. That is as good as they get, Toby.
Saw this little hole with loads of pouting, and what a cracking lobster inside it. I think this is karma, because the other day in the last video I found that massive male lobster and returned him, and now here we are, next trip, big male lobster. Tiny bit smaller, so not too big, immaculate condition, and nice rock hard shell. This is going to be date night lobster. What happened, Toby?
Not my brightest moment. Found a place. It was the right size. Stupidly, I got a bit too close to him. Went to pull the trigger. Damn, safety was on. Yeah, it got away. God damn it.
One really important tip is don't put the lobster on ice cubes, because they'll melt and he'll drown, he'll die in fresh water. So we just got milk bottles filled with ice. He'll keep lovely and cold. Might get some seaweed put over him as well, just to preserve him in the absolute mint condition.
Our next mark to explore is a shipwreck lying in 20 metres of water. After anchoring up nearby, Toby and I dive down to explore the structure to see if it's holding any fish life. This ship was torpedoed off Plymouth in 1945 and to this day holds an abundance of life. For the first few dives, however, we just see a variety of different wrasse species and small pollock. I creep along the wreck very quietly, peering down into the holds to see if it could be holding any bass. We are about to give up the search for bass when suddenly a glance over my left shoulder shows a really nice fish. With the knowledge that the wreck is holding bass, I persist on, looking in different sections of the wreck until suddenly, peeping down through the structure, I see some amazing fish below me.
We have fish.
15 dives later, I managed to sneak up down into above the structure and hover. It was swimming underneath me, and I had to kind of pivot round. I couldn't shoot down into the wreck because I knew fish this size would just cause an absolute scene, so I had to wait for them to come into the open. Not a great shot, but a lovely fish. So Toby, what was it like down in the wreck?
The visual's not great, but it's a really cool wreck. It was so good to see. Got some good shots of Joe.
Thank you.
Overall a success.
Yeah.
And we got a nice bass. So.
Yeah. And while Toby was filming, the bass sort of, but they weren't there, and then they suddenly appeared, and I was seeing them in between the beams and through the windows, but I couldn't take a shot because it was too risky. But then, yeah, got that absolute beauty. So what would you like to do, Toby? It's balls in your court now.
Hoping for a few lobsters.
You'd like a lobster?
Fingers crossed, but with my luck at the minute, we'll see how that goes.
Well, we're going to go look for lobsters. The wind's picked up a little bit, so we're going to go tuck in shore in a little cove out of the wind and do some lobster hunting. We've come back into the cove where we started out this morning, and Toby's found a lobster. I've not even got in the water yet, so I'm going to head over. Let's see what he's found. What have you found, Toby?
Nice little lobster, but why not catch it? I might get it. I don't know.
Right, let's see. Show me where it is.
See if I can get him.
Okay, when you're ready, I'll follow you down and try and film it.
Let's go!
Got one.
She's a beauty!
How does it feel to catch your first lobster?
It feels amazing! Finally.
Yes.
Only did about 3 dives, saw this nice little cave, looked in, and there we were, just waiting to be caught.
You've got your iron right there, you've got your iron.
Yeah, I'm starting to like see them more now, definitely, and I'm sort of know where to look, which is why I'm not diving as much, sort of know where they usually will be in. Yeah.
Back of the eye socket, so you go from the back of the eye socket. Absolutely perfect. You're in by about 5 mil. So that's a beautiful lobster, Toby. Congratulations on your first lobster.
Thank you very much.
Seems like that wind is picking up much quicker than expected. Coming in earlier, but we've anchored up on a pinnacle. It's really steep on the sides. I would like to try and get to pollock to add to my bag, and Toby's after a bass. So just flying the floats, and yeah, hopefully we can't get one more species to the boat, but already over the moon with what we've got.
The Pinnacle lies about 3 meters below the surface, and I decide to start by looking around the edge of it in these crevices for crabs or lobsters. With no crabs or lobsters seen, I descend to the base of the pinnacle, hoping to see pollock. However, after a few espetos, I'm seeing absolutely nothing other than wrasse species, so we decide to head in for a cook-up. want to waste any of this lovely fish. Just nicked my finger on his scales. So I've actually bought some chainmail gloves for filleting at home, so that doesn't happen anymore. Lovely. So we have just a random assortment of things that were already in my catch and cook bag, and of course some bass. So I reckon we will get some hot olive oil, not too hot, it doesn't want to be smoking, but nice and hot, a bit of salt, and then we'll get the bass fillets cooking in that. We'll squeeze a lemon, maybe add some breadcrumbs, some spice, some chili flakes, and get it in a tortilla wrap.
Oh.
Nice. There it goes.
Chili action.
A bit of ginger, a bit of soy sauce. We're kind of breaking them all up so that we can put them in the wraps. With some salad, I think it's going to be tasty. Chopped it up a bit, diced the fillet up because it was so thick, and now it's all absorbing that chili and ginger and soy sauce. And just time to finish off with a squeeze of lemon. Lovely. Right then, over to Chef Toby.
A little bit of salad on the wrap. Bachelor stone. Get a bit of the oil on there as well.
See your technique.
Just one good wrap to go.
Thank you very, very much. Oh, here we go. Thoughts? So good.
That's amazing. Successful day. Got the lobster.
Yeah.
So very happy with that. Not so happy about the place, but the super glue will be coming out tonight, gluing the safety off.
Yeah. The only safe spear gun is an unloaded gun. There's no better way to end a day than convening with what you've caught. Just tastes so good. I know bass has a delicate flavour, quite controversial adding some chilli, but you can still just taste it, taste of the sea. The texture's absolutely delicious. It's not tough at all, it's just melt in your mouth. I'm going away next week somewhere quite exotic, so yeah, looking forward to doing lots of filming out there and more videos to come. So stay tuned, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.